It's the Eagle Community Television Forum with your host, Gary Shorman.
Hi everyone, I'm Gary Shorman, and this is a forum on Eagle Community Television. We record this program live every Monday afternoon at our Dillon's location on Vine Street. It's good to have you watching. Our guest today is the Dean of the Hayes campus. That is Don Benjamin for NCK Tech. And Don, good to have you on our program today.
Thank you, Gary. Pleasure to be here.
You know what, one of the things, and you read about it, you hear about it, but there's a lot of exciting things going on at NCK Tech. You drive by and it just looks like a lot of activity.
Well, we've increased in a lot with our activity in recent years. And the whole idea behind it is to be able to extend the skill programs that the students need to have a great career.
And you focused that in several ways because not every student is really equipped or really needs to go to a four-year type university. This creates those skill lines and pathways to really a quick job when you get out of school.
It does. Most of our programs, they have an option of a 9-month program, or they can also receive an Associate of Applied Science. One of the things that we do have that's kind of unique is that we have a placement guarantee. And if they attend classes, have the recommendation of their instructors and advisors, and at the same time maintain a high GPA, we will guarantee placement. If not, they can come back and take another program tuition free.
We'll talk about a little bit the range of programs because you cover everything. And there's a Beloit campus and the Hayes campus. You're Dean of the Hayes campus. What does that encompass? For somebody out there watching, boy, I hear about NCK Tech, but what do they do? What do you teach?
Well, here on the Hayes campus, we have 10 programs. We have LPN nursing as well as the ADN program, Associate Degree Nursing. We also teach auto technology, plumbing, heating, and air conditioning, carpentry and cabinetry making. We have the pharmacy tech program, as well as 2 business programs.
Well, I'm working on a basement project. Do you think I could sign up for a couple of those carpentry classes?
I think we could help you out with that, Gary.
I'll tell you what, you have really achieved a couple of, I'd say, outstanding awards, and in top 10 awards for a couple of things. First off, being efficient in the program, and secondly, job placement. One is the number 7 ranking. This is in the entire country for 2013 from Create a Career, which is a graduation resource. There's another one, bestschools.org, has the number 6 ranking, and then the third one that came through in 2013 was the number 7 ranking by Bankrate. What are those awards? What do they mean?
Well, actually what they are rankings, and it's something that these organizations look at what's transpiring within your college, the cost of the education, the placement rates. It's not anything that we pursue or submit to, but rather what our total, our evaluation for the state Kansas Board of Regents and so forth. They're able to put this together. They take certain components that they're interested in, and then they rank us compared to all institutions, 2-year institutions in the nation.
Well, what does that mean to a student? I mean, it means more students? Are you being overrun by students? Or does that mean people in this area really have a good value if they're looking at NCK Tech?
Really what that means is we have a great value at NCK Tech. It means that they're getting a quality education. They have the opportunity for career placement, and that their skills that they're coming out with are in demand for the area of manufacturing, marketing, as well as businesses.
Is that a trend that you're seeing across the country for technical schools being able to actually provide this is not a better education, but maybe a more practical education than maybe just a general college curriculum?
I think a lot of times students start to college and not real sure what they want to be. So many times they'll attend a 4-year institution, but then they find out that they're really good, or they like working with their hands, they like being outdoors, or they like being in a certain situation. And consequently, we can give them those skills and hopefully match those skills to their talents that will help them be successful in their careers.
When people drive into town, they see the campus that's out on the east side of Hayes as you're driving in on I-70, but you also have other facilities.
We do. Right now, our students, we have an agreement with the city of Hayes. We have the old Army Reserve Center down on South Main, and down there we have our carpentry program, our plumbing, heating, and air conditioning, as well as the electrical program in that particular building. Another program that we have is welding, and we actually teach that on Fort Hays State University's campus. We have a partnership with Fort Hays. We utilize their facilities, they utilize our equipment. And the students also have an opportunity to take the one-year welding certificate, but then pursue an Associate of Applied Science by taking courses from Fort Hays State and transferring them back to our institution.
Like many of your curriculums, the welding curriculum is a very, if you can weld, you're sought after.
Right now, I think in the Hays area alone, there's probably 30 openings for welders right here in the Hays or Ellis County. And so it is a skill that is in high demand, and the students make excellent wages.
Now, one of the things, and this doesn't happen on this campus, but you had the school itself had an award for innovative technology. It's a grant program that ties into that welding.
Yes, and that's with AGCO, and it's off the Beloit campus, but it was a grant that is a partnership with AGCO for robotic welding training. Many of the manufacturing plants are beginning to look at robotics as a way to reduce their cost of the production. And we have a training agreement with them, and we'll actually have a robotic welder on campus in Beloit shortly.
Now, you mentioned several comments where you have partnerships with different groups. One of those I know is Fort Hays State University. Explain that a little farther.
Fort Hays has been an excellent partner. They, the College of, in the College of Ed and Tech, Kim Stewart and his division teach a lot of the same courses. They teach construction management and different things, and so a lot of our programs will dovetail in so a student can continue on. And we've been working in the area of what we call stackable certificates. Maybe they go 1 year at NCK Tech, but then have the opportunity to continue on and use what they've already learned at Fort Hays State University.
Boy, it's exciting, and we're going to take a break. We're going to come back and talk about, in fact, when we walked in, we were talking, this could be a 4-hour program. Can you go for 4 hours?
I might run out before then.
We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back and talk about some of the other great programs, some of the things happening at NCK Tech. Our guest is Don Benjamin. He's the Dean of the Hays campus of NCK Tech. Back with more after this from Hays Med.
Youthful body, tight tummy, smooth facial lines. Greystone Cosmetic and Reconstructive Surgery is here to help you achieve your goals and give yourself the new look you've always wanted. Greystone offers sophisticated surgical and non-surgical cosmetic procedures. With services now available locally, there's no need to wait any longer. Contact Greystone Cosmetic and Reconstructive Surgery at Hays Medical Center today or online at greystonecosmetic.haysmed.com.
It's a beautiful day in our super high-speed internet great customer service neighborhood. Like you, this is where we live. In fact, our company is employee-owned, so it's our goal to improve the quality of life for everyone in our community by delivering faster, more reliable internet, clearer, more feature-laden phone service, and tons of high-definition TV channels, all with a level of customer service and value you'd expect from people who are your neighbors. Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Welcome back to the second half of our forum program here on Eagle Community Television. It's a busy day here in the Dillon store. Anytime you're coming through Dillon, be sure and stop by our Eagle store inside the Dillon store on Vine Street. Our program is brought to you by Hays Med. I'm Gary Shorman. You can find me at gary.shorman@eaglecom.net. You can also chase us down online. If you're on Facebook, you can find us under ECTV Forum. Our guest today is Don Benjamin, and Don is the Dean of the Hays campus at NCK Tech. Don, we went into the break talking about some of the great things happening. One of those coming up is the Educator Day, Educator/Counselor Day. What's that all about?
Well, basically it's a day when we invite any educator from the secondary schools as well as counselors, and for that matter anyone that is involved with training, to come to campus and take a look at our programs individually. In other words, we will provide hands-on activities for those people, as well as information and the opportunity to analyze and see what careers are available for future students.
How many people will show up for this?
Here on the Hays campus, we'll probably have between 20 and 30 educators that'll come for that particular day. At Beloit, we will probably have closer to 40 or 50. One of the differences being is that the Beloit campus does have more skill programs available.
So if a teacher, educator could give you a call and say, hey, I'd like to stop by, you could line them up and get all the information to them.
We will line them up. We provide lunch that day. So
Free lunch?
And not only that, we've always provided a
Brandon and I
scholarship.
might come if it's a free lunch.
That would be all right. The other thing that we provide is a scholarship for each educator that comes that they can take back to their school and present to a student to come to NCK Tech.
That's cool. A couple of other things on our list of that we want to talk about is, one is there's been a talk of a convention center here in Hayes, and part of that convention center is a culinary arts program. How does NCK Tech fit into that plan?
Well, it's been our desire to expand our culinary arts program from the Beloit campus to also include the Hayes community.
And what is culinary arts? Before we go any further, what are you talking about? Hamburger cooking or?
No, it is a one-year certificate program, but it is to train in the area of food prep, some food service, as well as pastry preparation on that. So it is a strong base program for an individual to start their career and become a chef.
And so somebody that would graduate would go to maybe a convention center like this and cook food, or maybe go to a bigger area in Kansas and become a chef.
Correct. We have a number of our past graduates that are at a number of restaurants throughout Kansas as well as other states.
That's neat. And so anyway, how would that tie into the convention center here? How would you make that work?
One of the things that we need for that program is a commercial kitchen that we can be able to utilize and schedule for training. And with the building of the convention center, this would give us that opportunity to have a commercial kitchen, to be able to utilize it for our student training, and at the same time the students would be able to gain a certain amount of experience helping out, perhaps part-time jobs with the convention center as those conventions come to town.
Well, that's interesting. As a convention center, I know one thing this area lacks in general is having a good convention facility where you could bring in large groups of people, and that would be a nice training area for NCK Tech as well.
It would be excellent for us, as well as the program will fit in very nicely with Fort Hays State University in their hospitality management program.
So the two would work together to make that work.
With our intent is to make it work together, yes.
Okay, a couple of other questions. One is healthcare has been changing. You have a couple of healthcare areas that you teach. Has that changed at all since this healthcare thing has gone through, the changes it has?
As far as what we teach, there hasn't been big changes other than the demand for nurses is still very, very strong. We also teach a number of allied health courses, certified nurses aid, as well as certified medication aid. One of the things that we have noticed with healthcare, and as things change, is the pharmacy tech program and the demand for those students coming out of there.
Well, it's all interesting as change takes place. I have seen that you're able to react pretty quickly to adapting programs to make that work in NCK Tech.
I think that's one of the things that a two-year institution really has for technical education, is that we can see the trends, we can see the technology changing, and we can adapt to it and keep our students current.
You mentioned earlier, and we were talking about the awards, that NCK Tech is very cost effective for students. But it's not only supported. I think you also are involved in some fundraising that started just a couple of years ago to develop some outside resources to help with scholarships and other things. How's that going?
Yes, we have. Actually, our college did hire a half-time foundation director, which will help our foundation and reorganize and be able to bring that down the road and help us generate the funds necessary to be an efficient operation. More locally, the Student Senate here at the Hayes campus 3 years ago started a scholarship fundraising. And what it is, it entails a dinner and then a silent auction of the items that have been donated, as well as what the students have built in their particular areas.
Well, it's fun to be a part of those different things and see how big is the foundation. Has it grown over the last, or are you just getting started? Where is that?
We've always had a foundation. It's been relatively small, but it is starting to grow. And with Mary Tucker, our foundation director, we're extremely excited that it will continue to grow and aid us in the future.
It's an exciting time out at NCK Tech. Where does somebody go online to find you? Maybe find out about Educators Day, maybe find out about some of the other curriculum if they have a family member that may want to attend.
All you have to do is go to the website. It's ncktc.edu, and it'll walk you through all the programs and give you an opportunity to check everything out and see what we have to offer.
And if a student picks up the phone and calls NCK Tech here in Hayes, they can find you and you would head them in the right direction?
We will take care of them. Invite them out for a tour.
Don, good to have you here today.
Okay, thank you, Gary.
Don Benjamin has been our guest here at this busy day at our Dillon's location. Good to have you watching the forum as well. It's brought to you by Hayes Med and by Eagle Communication, our community connected.
Youthful body, tight tummy, smooth facial lines. Greystone Cosmetic and Reconstructive Surgery is here to help you achieve your goals and give yourself the new look you've always wanted. Greystone offers sophisticated surgical and non-surgical cosmetic procedures. With services now available locally, there's no need to wait any longer. Contact Greystone Cosmetic and Reconstructive Surgery at Hayes Medical Center today or online at greystonecosmetic.hayesmed.com.